So, hello everybody. Hope you're all well today, and thank you for tuning into this Facebook session with me today. So I'm doing this within the Dublin Mind Body Experience, the online show that is running every month now. It will be the last weekend of every month. Sorry, there seemed to be a little technical issue. Hang on, I'll be just a second. Freddie, the link is... I'm doing it on my mobile, Freddie. Anyway, let's carry on. You know, technology, it's always great until it fails you. So for those who don't know me, my name is Nadia Bajrami. I am a strategic hypnotherapist and mind coach, as well as a psychic medium. So today I will be talking about the psychic and mediumship parts of myself and of my activity. What I would really like to do today is I won't be doing any readings or any, question and answers. I will really be trying to explain to you my definition of what a psychic is and what a medium is. And also basically what it means to me, but I will also talk to you about my spiritual awakening over the past few years. So I'm really excited today to explain all this because, to be honest, everybody has their own definition of what a psychic or a medium is, and I will share mine with you today. So before starting, I would really like to emphasize or to say that, there's far more to psychics and mediums than candles, cards, and crystal balls. Of course, I use a lot of tools like cards and pendulums, angels cards, angel tarot cards, but there's really far more to medium and psychics than the tools. It's also important before we carry on to understand that all psychics are not necessarily mediums, but that all mediums are psychic, okay? Because obviously attuning with the spirit world requires ongoing development and training. So now you will see, what is a psychic then, Nadia? What is it? Okay, so a psychic to me is, and I think, I would say a lot of people share this definition, but I will really talk about my own definition. So a psychic is definitely someone who has, I would say, high intuitive abilities that can pick up things, that connects with people. It's a soul-to-soul connection, okay? So there is no spirit involved in the psychic side. We connect with people. And we actually can pick up their vibes, we pick up what's happening in their life, and then we can give guidance, obviously, on what we get in different areas of their life. Could really be love, finance, health, career. I really give anyway what I pick when I connect with the person and the soul-to-soul connection, okay? Now, please, just one little advice from me as a friend to all of you. Don't go and see a psychic. I mean it. If you want to know if you're going to win the lottery, if you're going to find the love of your life, whatever, please, go and see a psychic for guidance. We are not, we're not God. We can't do miracles. We can only guide you. We're a bit like consultants, to be perfectly honest. In your career, when you have in a job, in a corporate environment, you have consultants. Well, this is how I see my psychic side. I am a life consultant for the people who actually come and see me. And also, it's very important to understand it. Just don't go and see psychics for these type of questions, because you might be really disappointed that you not get the answer you want. And second, it will give the psychic person a very hard time because they will feel they're not doing everything they can to help you, even though they actually do. So, as I said, a psychic is definitely an extremely intuitive person. We can perceive information that is happening, in someone's life, and that is beyond the normal reach of our senses. So we can pick up vibes from the past, the present, and the future. And this is what we share with our sitters. I use especially my clairvoyance, which is the, clear seeing, what I can pick up on the clairvoyant side. So on the psychic side, we work a lot with our senses. Could be clear seeing, clairvoyance, clear hearing, clairaudience. We can even be like clear feeling, clairsentience. We feel, that when you go someone or you speak to someone and they just tell you, I just know it's happening. I just know. So this is the you just know, okay? Why I'm insisting on the psychic side, because I really want to dissociate it as well from the mediumship, so people have a clear understanding that my psychic activity is I am connecting really with you, a soul-to-soul connection, a living being with a living being, okay? And I can deliver any relevant messages related to you if you come and see me up, if we talk together. This is what's happening in the readings I'm doing. So I would say, as a psychic, I really use my ability to guide you, to help you, to sometimes actually reinforce what you already know, or sometimes maybe just give you this extra piece of guidance and say, okay, right, now that might be a good idea, it might be a good idea to fine-tune a little bit this, or maybe try something else and try a different route. This is really my role. I really mean the consultant part. I have a corporate background, and in the corporate world, what we do is, we actually go and see consultant, and this is what I do as a psychic. Also, there's something very important that I would like to stress today is that I'm fully convinced that all of us are actually we can create our own reality and destiny based on our thoughts, our words, our deeds. So again, as a psychic, I will be able to help you and tell you where you're headed in the future based on your present thoughts and the energy that surrounds you. But if you decide to change your thoughts or mind, you can totally change and alter the future outcomes. So this is where you have your free will. We pick up these vibes from you and we give you the advice, and I will give you the advice. But then if you decide to change your thoughts and your actions, obviously the logic part will be that you will be changing also your future. You will be changing what will happen, okay? So the free will part is very important. And remember that each one of us, we have the power to change our life, our destiny, based on our thoughts, our actions, our deeds. So now you'll say, right, fair enough, Nadia, that's great. So don't fall asleep. The exciting part is coming as well now. The mediumship part. So what is a medium? Because very often you're actually hearing, okay, I'm a psychic medium, I'm a spiritual medium, and I am a healer. So what is a medium then? Well, a medium is a spiritually gifted person who establishes a connection with what we call discarnate entities, not living beings. So it's a person who can connect between this world and the spirit world. So the medium is able to have a real-time conversation, dialogue with the spirit that's coming, stepping forward to speak to the medium. So I do connect as a medium to your loving ones who have passed in spirit worlds, to the discarnate entities. So this is the difference with the psychic. On the psychic level, I will establish a soul-to-soul connection between you and me and see what I pick up from your vibes. On the mediumship part, I connect with discarnate entities, your loved ones and spirit world, who are actually using me as a channel, or using the mediums as a channel. And what's happening is, during a mediumship reading, me as a medium, I then relay the messages, okay, that your loved ones in spirit world want to give you. They are loving and healing messages, and I really want to stress this. Spirit world is a kind and loving world, okay? When people pass, they're in peace and they're sending loving messages. I would really like to stress this out. When people come to a psychic or mediumship reading, it's not, to get any information about health or any death or anything like this. It's really to get healing messages. And this part is very important because I take this, it's not a job for me, it's a true calling. And what I really want to do is help people heal. Because knowing that your loved ones are safe, they're happy, they're actually watching over you, and they can guide you in everything you do, is, to be perfectly honest, a blessing. So feel really blessed when your loved ones come forward to give you loving messages. This is very important. If there's one thing I really want people and all of you beautiful souls and lovely people to retain from today's talk, that is not finished by the way, is really that feel blessed that your loved ones are guiding you. It's a blessing. You know, I have it in my life and it has changed my life because it can guide you. Be aware of the signs around you. Anything, music, feathers, coins, whatever you think could be related to your loved ones and spirit world. And also, what I would like to go a little bit deeper on, you know, I would say the medium's tasks or role. A medium basically is a bridge, you know, it bridges the gap between the living and the deceased. But we are people who can communicate with souls on the other side. However, there's just one thing I would like to say, and that is very important to me, that contrary to the popular belief, I would say what people think, mediums do not speak to the dead. Okay, the sentence I hear very often when I tell people I'm a psychic medium is, oh, you speak to the dead. That's a very simplistic way of putting it. But I'm convinced with us as mediums, myself as medium, I don't speak to the dead because I firmly believe. And why? Because I firmly believe that there is no such thing as death. There is only a transition from the physical being that we are to the spiritual being in what we call the spirit world. So they are beings, right? So they've just transitioned to the spiritual side of life. And also it's important to understand that medium are sensitive and intuitive enough to hear, feel and see the information coming from the other side. This is what we use, our intuition, our feelings, our empathy as well. Us as medium, we have a lot of empathy. You know, this is what's helping us to pick up the vibes. And just on this work, on the mediumship work as well, I would say it would be really important to understand that it requires a lot of energy to connect. So how it works is the spirit world, or the spirits, your loved ones in spirit world, they actually lower their energy to meet us halfway. And what we do as medium, we actually we boost our energy level to meet them halfway as well. So they are decreasing their energy and we're increasing ours and we're meeting halfway. Thus the name of medium. We're actually meeting right in the middle. And that's very important to understand, okay? That it is not an easy task, but it's so lovely. And why I'm saying this is just sometimes bear with us. You know, when you go to readings with myself, with anyone else, any medium, you know, it takes us a few minutes to connect and see who's coming, building up our energy. Okay, so that's very important also to understand. Now, why I keep talking, you see, about always the intuition, the psychic side and the mediumship side of what I do. Because to be perfectly honest, as I said it before, it's a true calling and it's also this healing part that's very important. You know, where I'm not doing the psychic mediumship activity, readings or help for entertainment purposes. I'm really doing it to help people heal. Okay? It's very important to understand this, that the psychic, just like the mediumship on different levels, we are here, we use them to help you, you know, to help you, to guide you. Now, you'll see how do we communicate then with your loved ones in spirit world? There's different ways. I will not describe them all today, but it's important to understand that each medium has a unique way to work with spirits. Some just blend what we call fully, they give full control to spirit world and then they speak through them. Other ones are actually just channeling the messages. That's most of the time the way I'm working, which is I'm channeling the messages from spirit world. But again, every medium has a different way of working. There is no right or wrong. We just do it all in our own unique way, which makes it that this is why each reading is unique. And this is also why you can go and see different mediums and you'll get different messages, because each one of us, we work differently and then we pick up also different information. And again, you need to understand that working with spirit world, being a medium, I'm talking about the medium part, is a great gift. It's a gift and an ability, and I'm very grateful because spirit world is trusting me to channel their messages. Okay, so it is actually a blessing as well. It's a blessing to give you the loving messages, but it's definitely a blessing for me to have this in my life, because helping you, I'm helping myself heal as well. This is why our activity as mediums is very important, as we heal you. Through your healing, we heal ourselves. So this is a very important thing I want to say today as well. Now, I would say then to, like, what would you expect then if you come for a session with myself or with baby? You know, again, I'm going to talk about myself because I don't like talking about other people. So I do psychic mediumship reading. I always start with the mediumship part, which is the sitter. You are coming to see me. I do single sessions, you know, so people come on their own. I don't want people to come, you know, with their partners or mothers. I like to have one-to-one readings. So when people come to meet me, I will be quiet for a few minutes to build up my energy and welcome whoever wants to step forward from spirit world. So I will connect, and I will relay all the messages I get from your loved one. So this is an important part for you. But the most important part of a session and a mediumship reading is really for myself as a medium to be able to give you proof of life after death. Okay, this is really our role, is to show you that there is a life after what we call death. Okay, so I will show you. I will give you evidence. I will describe the personality of the person who passed. I will describe how they died. Sometimes they give me their age, their name. It depends really. But I will give you as many details as possible and as accurate evidence, so you know who is actually coming to talk to you. And this is the main part of a medium, is to be able to show you, to prove that there is life after death, with specific details, not just generic details, but specific details. These details are very specific to the person that is stepping forward from spirit world. So then, to summarize, just what there's the difference between a psychic and a medium, okay? As we've previously seen it, you know, at the beginning of the talk, is the distinction between medium and psychics can be confusing sometimes, but it's actually pretty straightforward. Some people think, you know, the terms are interchangeable, but they are not. As mediums, we raise our vibration big enough to connect to the other side, and we talk to your loved ones. So we relay messages. We don't interpret messages, we relay messages as best as we can from what we get. Now, as psychics, we have this ability to get information about the past, the present, the future from your own vibes, and give you the guidance that you can use in your life to make any decision, to change any decision, or not to change anything, you see? So this is the beauty of a psychic mediumship reading, is really that I would say that you get both. You come, you speak to your loved ones, you get that part of the healing, and you know they're happy where they are. And this is a very important part as well. And then you get that part of guidance that can help you in your life. And sometimes it's just a little bit of extra help that can make a difference in your life, you know. So now, because I don't want to bore you to death, and welcome to all the people I haven't welcomed. You're very, very welcome to this talk. So I would like to take just a few minutes to talk about my reality, my own reality, you know, not just about what a psychic and a medium is, but how I ended up doing it, and or maybe, you know, how I came up to do that and why I'm here today actually doing this talk. So I would say let's move to my reality as a psychic medium, or come to my life as a psychic medium, just the way you want it. Very briefly, I'll explain that I lost my dad when I was nearly 10 years old. And well before that, as a little girl, I could just feel a lot. I could pick up a lot. I could see things. And when my parents had guests, or, you know, when they're like inviting people, I could just pick up all the vibes from the people. And sometimes, you know, could get very emotional. I also remember going to my mother and telling her not to do something specific she intended to do, so I could actually pick up her thoughts and like what she was thinking, and I knew she was doing something, so I told her not to do it. And other things I could actually describe as well is is that I had quite a few of what I thought at the time were my imaginary friends, you know. So I kept, like, my parents were asking me, who are you talking to, you know, in your bedroom, and what, or they were talking between themselves and saying, well, what on earth is she doing and who is she talking about? And because obviously of the love for me and me being the baby of the family, they got a bit concerned with me having so many imaginary friends and talking to imaginary friends they couldn't see. So they did go to actually a school, I would say psychotherapist at the time, just to see if everything was okay. I was very little, so that was before my dad passed. I was about 6, 7, 8. And obviously the result came that nothing was wrong with me. Everything was absolutely fine. That just the result was that I had a very big imagination, and used wisely it could be a very good thing. So that was the feedback of the school psychotherapist at the time. But the thing is, why I'm saying this is very often there is a pattern in psychic and in mediums. There is a pattern because very little I was afraid of the dark. I had so many imaginary friends, and you know, I was surrounded by all these entities and energies, and basically they were very helpful from a young age, because from a young age I could really sense when something was going to be right or wrong, and when I had to do something or not, because I was being guided. So I had this since I was a really little girl. And then what happened? Is the stage we call adulthood. The stage we call, I've been, you know, born and raised in France. For those who don't know me, you reach that stage of adulthood and you need to do what you need to do. You need to find a good job, have a good degree, and to like basically fit in the society and just do what I would say the society is expecting from you to do, you know. So, like, in your mind you think, right, I'm just going to do like everybody else. So what happened is I grew up, got a lovely degree, got nice corporate jobs, and moved abroad, lived in Scotland, lived in Russia as well, and now I'm in Ireland. And I would say from the teenage years to about 3 years ago, I didn't really acknowledge the abilities I had, or the gifts, whatever you want to call it. So what happened is I led a life, I was very happy, but a life that wasn't totally and truly me. So what happened is in October 2017, I had an opportunity to come abroad again, I was preparing to go back to the UK, but I got offered a job to come to Dublin. Don't ask me why Dublin. I've never been to Ireland before that. So to me, all my Irish friends will hate me now, but to me at the time, I was associating Dublin and Ireland to the UK. Very bad thing to do. So when I arrived here, I said, oh dear, you know, it's not actually like the UK, it's totally different. And it was the best thing that ever happened to me, because everything conspired. You know, I would say Paulo Coelho's quote that says, when you truly want something, the whole universe conspires for you to achieve it. And this is what happened, is I knew I had to change my life. I knew I had to change something, because I couldn't just, you know, work in that corporate career and have a nice car and have a nice house and not being really happy, just thinking there was something more that I was meant to achieve. So I did come to Ireland, and just something I forgot to mention is, before having this opportunity to Ireland, I went through severe health issues in 2014 and 15, and I nearly died. So I pulled through, and this actually gave me this incentive to think and know that, no, I can't keep living the life I used to live, because my body gave me a warning. My body was telling me, okay, you need to change something. So I just took this as an opportunity to rebound and say, right, that's it. I'm going to really now live the life I need to live. And took about 2 years to retake the courage and think, okay, I'm going to leave the life behind and move forward. And that's what happened when I came to Ireland. Everything conspired for me to come here. And why? Because since my arrival in October 2017, I met all the right people. Everybody, career-wise or friend-wise. I built a spiritual family. Really grateful to have met all these people. I met 2 great mentors for my mediumship, 2 great ladies who helped me to actually increase and develop my abilities as well. I've started really doing a lot of readings properly, you know, and acknowledging the fact that I was a psychic medium and there was nothing wrong with being a psychic medium. things I was thinking in the past, you know. So I'm very happy now to say I am a psychic medium and I love what I'm doing. Also, for the little story, I also train as a strategic hypnotherapist. I got my degree a while ago, and I'm also helping people in my therapy practice. So the great thing for me is that I am now doing what I love, which is healing people through my therapy and also through my psychic mediumship. Okay, so again, I don't want to bore you to death with my life, the story of my life, but it's very important for you to understand that being a psychic medium is a true calling. It's a passion. It's not a career. It's not, yes, of course, you know, we get paid, we get fees for readings, but it is not, to me anyway, it is not, absolutely not about making money or getting rich or whoever. It's really a passion. It's a true calling, and I think I can't stress it enough. It's a blessing to be able to have the trust and the faith of spirit world to heal ourselves and to heal you, everybody that needs healing. So that's really, sometimes I can get carried away because I'm so passionate about what I do, because helping people is definitely my true calling. And why the story of my life? It's just because I want, through this talk today, to tell you that each one of you, first of all, there's a few things I would like to summarize, as each one of you have the capacity to increase their intuition or even to train, you know, as psychic, as medium, because I truly believe that each one of us, we have some abilities when we're born, but most of the people don't want to work on these abilities because of different reasons. So if you're really interested in this, know that you can develop your intuition, you can develop your psychic, your mediumship side. But just be aware, it is a long road and it will take a lot of time. It's a lifetime training. I've been doing a lot of training workshops, training sessions to become even better, to increase and improve my connection to spirit world. So it's very, very important that you understand that you can do it if it's something that you would be interested in. There's a lot of lovely people that can mentor you in Dublin if you're in Ireland or in the UK, in Europe in general. So just remember that. And the second thing I would like to say is that it's never too late to start over. So stop thinking, you know, if sometimes you want to change something in your life, it's never too late. I came to Ireland, I was 35, I left everything behind, the corporate job, the partner, the house. I came with a suitcase and I came here and I really started everything from scratch. I started everything from scratch, and guess what? At 35 years old, when you had your own house, you're coming to Ireland with a suitcase, it's raining, it's dark, and you go to a flat that you're sharing with someone, which never happened to me because this is just not common practice in France, you know. So it was a bit of a life changer. But what I'm trying to say is it's never too late, because through all this, I actually, over the past 3 years, I've built up myself, my real self. My real self is now shining. So that's what I want you to do. Just shine. For me, it's the therapy and the psychic mediumship. But for you, whatever it is, just use your passion, your true calling. If you haven't found it, go and look for it. Because life is about finding what you love doing. It could be work, it could be passion, whatever. It doesn't have to be, you know, your work. But what I'm saying is, if you have a true calling, don't throw it away. Just, you know, go for it. It's very important because life is short. And I mean, with us talking, you know, and myself talking to spirits, a lot of spirits everybody's happy in spirit world. But some of the messages they give when they come to the sitters is really, okay, now is your time to do it. Don't wait too much like they could have waited, you know. This is also another blessing when you get messages from spirit world. These people, well, basically, these spirits are helping you to just go for it. You want to go and work for yourself, go for it. You want to move abroad, just do it. Do what your heart is telling you to do. That's what I'm trying to say today through the explanation of my own true calling, okay? So this is really the two things I would like you to, I would say, retain from today's session. So, because again, I don't want to bore you to death. What I will do now is, I don't see any questions. So what I will do is, I've prepared a little relaxation session to help you enhance your intuition. It's something quite short because I'm a person who believes in short meditation, relaxation sessions. I've never really believed in anything too long. It's just my personality. So just enjoy that little session, relax. We're going to start in a few seconds. And what I would like to say as well is really, if you have any questions, you're on my page, you have my phone number, my email, go to my website, email me, have a look at what I do, have a look at the testimonials and send me any question, any question you might have. I'm always delighted to help you. And remember, we all need a helping hand at some stage in our life, and there's nothing wrong with that. But remember, first of all, remember you are a priority. So just do what your heart is telling you to do. The medium and the psychic will give you guidance. I will give you guidance. I will help you. I will relay messages. But I'm not in your heart. I can't tell you what your heart is telling you to do. So use the information we as psychic mediums are giving you to just enhance your life. So on this, I will just ask you now to bear with me. Relax a little bit. Try to find a place where you will not be disturbed, okay? So please don't listen to what I will be doing now if you're driving, if you're operating anything, or if your full attention is required, A bit of relaxation meditation, it's a trance state. It's a light trance state, so you need to be relaxed and to just be in a comfortable place when your attention is not required, okay? So, as you sit back and begin to feel comfortably relaxed, totally relaxed, I would like you to let those eyes gently close. Let your eyes gently close. That's right. Recognizing that with those eyes closed, you can go inside very pleasantly, accessing memories, past experiences, or other meaningful and positive events. Times gone by when you felt good. Now, I would like you to take 2 deep breaths. 2 deep, refreshing breaths. And as you release that second breath, you can drift even more deeply into a satisfying, a pleasant state of relaxation. You can drift in a very pleasant state of pure relaxation. Enjoy that state of perfect relaxation with your eyes closed. That's right. And I wonder if you have ever had the experience of just knowing something, but not knowing how you knew it. Or just having a sense of something, but not understanding where that sense came from. And your subconscious understands, how this happens. And have you ever looked back and thought to yourself that you saw a situation developing and that your subconscious knew it, and that your subconscious can learn from these type of experiences, and that instinctive part of you can now begin to draw up on all these resources that you have, on all of these resources where you have experienced a heightened state of intuition. And you can begin to integrate this into who you are at an instinctive level. And there are times when you may not want to be intuitive, and that's fine. And there are times when you want to crank your intuitive abilities up to their full potential. Crank your intuitive abilities up to their full potential. And to become instinctively intuitive. You can begin to develop the ability to notice patterns and notice fine details. And you don't have to consciously know. You don't have to consciously know. You notice these things. You just notice these things. It can happen subconsciously and instinctively, all by itself. And you can take as long as you need over the next few minutes to really deeply integrate all that is necessary into creating the required changes to instinctively enhance your intuition. And you can learn from past experiences where intuition was enhanced naturally, and you just knew things. You just knew things. And you can be curious how much your intuition will increase and at what point it will become noticeable, and whether anyone else will notice. And if they do, I wonder what they will notice. I wonder what they will notice. That's right. People will notice, and you will notice that you just know things, and you learn to trust your intuition because it is there to guide you. And it will grow as long as you let it grow with you, and it will help you grow as well. And now, you can just take a few moments to allow yourself to get a sense of drifting back into that chair or couch or bed. And I don't know whether you will take 4, 5, 6, or maybe 8 breath to fully come back to the chair, or the bed, or the couch. Before you then start to work your way back along the route you took into trance. Start to work your way back along the route you took into trance. And as you do, your subconscious mind can ensure that all the new reprogramming, that this enhanced intuition program have been installed throughout the mind and body, in every cell and neuron. Your subconscious mind can honestly and fully integrate all your new learning into the deep and instinctive part of your mind while you continue your journey back to the here and now. And I don't know how much of what is there will be left there as you continue back, and how much you will bring back with you. It's interesting how much you know you can be aware of while you're actually sat there in the seat, in the bed, in the couch. And you can now find yourself working all the way back from that state of the there and now, becoming more aware of the sounds around you, becoming aware of me, of what you will be getting on with later, on other random thoughts that start to cross your mind. And in a moment, I am going to count to 3, and on the count of 3, you can open your eyes, and you can be fully back in the room where you are. 1, 2, 3. And open your eyes and enjoy. And welcome back, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed the talk and the little relaxation session to help you enhance your intuition. I'm wondering if you have any plans for today or for later. Whatever you do, I really hope you enjoy your weekend. Hope you enjoy being, with the people you enjoy being with. Just basically, I really hope you enjoy whatever you do. And remember, take a few, I would say, bits and pieces from today's talk as follow your gut instinct, follow your intuition, follow your heart, because they know the way. They know the way, even if you think they know your way. So follow your heart, follow your intuition. And remember that it's never too late to start something that is part of your dream or something that you've been longing for years. So just on these nice words, I will wish you all a lovely weekend. I am doing another talk tomorrow on the hypnotherapy part, on the confidence building at 12 noon. So if you want to tune back to my Facebook page, you can hear me again tomorrow if I've not bored you to death today. And I will be doing these live talks once a month, Saturday, Sunday, at the end, each last weekend of each month for the rest of the year, except in August, because, I'm trying to take some holidays as well and nurture myself, which is very important. So I wish you all a lovely weekend. You take care, you stay safe, and I will talk to you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.